Hey, it is Saturday here in Houston, Texas. So this morning, I got on the Built to Exit podcast with Jason Cisneros, and basically the topic was, worrying doesn't solve anything. And I was on the way to a funeral for the bishop of my church. He's 6 months older than me. And, he got diagnosed with walking pneumonia about 2 weeks ago. And then got bronchitis, but he did service, went to a baseball game, was feeling tired, and then lay down, got back up. He was having trouble breathing, lay back down. They checked on him. He said he was fine. And they checked him again, and he wasn't breathing, and he was gone. And I'm thinking, yeah, he's tough. He'll get over it, right? And the next day, then like 1:30 in the morning, they woke us all up and pray, and because they said he was in the hospital, and then like 3 o'clock the next afternoon, I was at Cato Construction talking to them about their apprenticeship program for the manufacturing trades, and the notice came out that he'd crossed over, and it didn't really hit me until I was got caught in traffic driving to church that night. And then the next morning I got up and did my walk and talk. And I did some grieving. And then we just had the viewing. I just got a chance to see him, and he doesn't look real good in makeup. And I remember the talks that we had, about the people in the church getting it together with their finances. And, we'd have this talk, it's the, you got to walk and chew gum at the same time, right? You got to study, and but you got to take care of yourself, right? And then when you really learn, when you really understand business, man, it's it's just focusing energy, channeling energy the right way, right? And so in the Jason's podcast today, and that's what he's all about, is creating systems, and the systems take care of the process for you, right? There's not so much, your brain doesn't have to do so much to start and stop. Talk about fear a lot, right? Roy Jones Sr. taught me that when you get those butterflies, what that is when you get into that fight or flight situation, right? Your brain releases adrenaline. It's just a hormone. There's no mass to it, and it sends a signal to your other organs. It causes your heart to start beating faster, to pump more blood into your system, to fuel your muscles. You start breathing harder to get more oxygen into your bloodstream, to fuel your muscles. Your pancreas starts to produce more glucose to get into your bloodstream to better fuel your muscles, right? When you don't use it, it dumps off into your stomach, all right, and that's what creates butterflies. It's really those horses getting ready to run, but most people don't know that because They just they just feel nervous. What that feeling of those butterflies is that excess adrenaline, your body preparing for battle. And it causes a delay in your thinking process. So you can't think and do. You can only react. You're only going to react to the way that's you're most familiar with through repetition. And you learn in the SEAL team, you can create your own conditioned response by rehearsing those things that you want to be enhanced, the things you really want to do when you get into that situation, how to draw your weapon and where to go left to right, going through the door. There's all kinds of things that you create in your subconscious programming intentionally. All right. And with life insurance, this is a leadership business talk I'm doing right now. With life insurance, okay, and estate planning, you set that up for your life. Okay. Now, what the bishop did is he has a real strong group of young people, and that he taught them what he does. And boy, they picked up, they carried that torch last night. And I'm probably going to see more of that today, right? I mean, it was, I knew he had incredible leadership when I showed him what I do. He said, I think we can incorporate that in the ministry. And he announced the next day at church to everybody what I do, and 44 people, 28 people got up and scheduled appointments with me right after church. I ended up doing 44 appointments in 2 weeks, all right, on his say-so. All right, that's his leadership. I haven't seen leadership like that. Very few people, a couple of people I can think of off the top of my head from when I was in the military and the SEAL teams. Roy Jones Sr. is one of them, right? Duke Leonard, Tom Mosier, Tom Keith, those kind of guys. Mike McDonald. They had that kind of credibility. They had those leadership, that kind of leadership. Okay. And I think the bishop expects that out of me, and I'm not going to let him down. All right, man. If this benefits anybody, go ahead and share it. All right. Have a great night.